Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time, I'm glad you're here. If it's not your first time, then I'm glad you came back. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, kind of keep up with some of the videos coming out and kind of what we're doing on this old 65 Lincoln Continental. As you can see, we got a hood on her. She's looking a little better. We got a hood on her. Last weekend, went cranking it up, gonna move around a little bit, gonna play with it, gonna change the oil, pull the dipstick, and catastrophe. Catastrophe. We got milkshaked. So our goal today is to figure out what's going on. There is oil in the water. There is undoubtedly oil in the water. Probably more oil in the water than I've seen. The dipstick it's a lot of water. So we're going to drain the oil on this old thing, pull the filter out, put a new filter in it because a lot of times the water will collapse the filter. We're going to put some probably used oil back in it. We're going to run it. We're going to see if we got leaking heads. We're going to see if there's something weird going on. We're going to see, I don't know yet. I don't want to say what I think it is because it might not be what I think it is. You never know. So we're going to get into this thing, get the oil drained, and see if we can do this. May be a big setback. This may be, you know, this may be it for the Lincoln. Who knows? We may just haul her to the scrapyard. You know, maybe she'd make a good derby car. I mean, we can make a derby car, maybe crash derby car. So, but anyway, stay tuned. We'll get this taken care of. Yep, that's what I was afraid of. It's definitely got water in it, and a lot of it. It's very, very milky looking. Well, let's get this all drained out. Get a look at the filter. Filter actually doesn't look horribly old, but who knows? We'll get all this looked at. We'll see if there's any metal or anything in the oil and get this swapped out. We'll try to find some oil to throw in here and get her cranked up. That's a big filter. It probably holds a quart of oil. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's bad. That's really bad. All right. Yeah, that looks like a lot of water. Put us a good old fram in here. Good old $5 filter, because I really don't want to fill a $10 filter full of water. All right, this is way worse than I thought it was going to be. There might actually be more oil in here than there is water. Of course, I don't know that if I could see any metallic in here or not. Oh Lord, I'm laughing the pain away. I really am. I'm just laughing. I'm laughing the pain away because we were making good progress, and it hurts. This hurts. This really hurts. So maybe, I can't really tell. I don't see any metal. Usually it'll float up top. We'll kind of get a sheen or something. I don't see that, but like I said, this is probably, it might be interesting just to pour this in a pan, like a clear container or something, and just let it separate, or if it will separate, see how much water is actually in this thing. But this is where we're at. We'll pour some oil in it and get this thing cranked back up. Alright, I found some 10W40 that I pulled out of something. I always drain my oil, put them right back in the same containers, put the used oil back in the containers that I poured the new oil out of, so I know what I've got in case I run into a situation like this. Yeah, I'm running a little filter in here to kind of strain the oil out in case there is some clumpy stuff or some metal or whatever in it. But now I don't really want to waste $30–40 in oil just to have it fill up with water again. So we're gonna try this and see what it does. Couldn't find my big funnel, so this may take a minute. So I had her running for a minute and she ran out of gas. So we're gonna put a little more gas in it and get her running some more. Signs aren't looking good so far, but you never know till you know. Hey, the gas tank's working out great. I mean, it did actually work pretty well. So yay for that. I guess that's a good thing. Gotta stay positive, guys. You gotta stay positive. Oh, and I also figured up that that motor probably uses half a gallon per crank. So 3 minutes worth of idling, 3 minutes worth of idling, it's probably, I don't know, quarter gallon, half a gallon of gas. So, yeah, doing great. We're doing great. Everything's good. Everything is good. Let's get her started back up. All right, let's give her a little juice. Come on, girl. I'm already puffing steam out of the oil fill pipe, so I'm not sure how. All right, well, yeah, we're not getting gas. Should have enough in there to run. Well, let me put some more gas in it. We are not getting any gas out of the carburetor, so the fuel pumps either stop picking up, or the filter's made up, or we just don't have enough gas in it yet. All right, we got it running again. Oh yeah, I can hear it bubbling in the overfill tank. Let me go put some more water in it and let's run it for a little longer and see what it does. Yeah, I can hear some bubbling in the overflow tank here. So we're probably pushing gas into the water too. So let me put some more water in it. see signs out of the tailpipe that I've got a head gasket. I don't feel any moisture. I don't smell anything coming out of the tailpipe. Oh, look at this. I think we may have found the problem. All right, so I'll give you a little story in a minute, but look right here. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. I've got water coming out of the intake. Yeah, I got a cracked intake. Okay. You see that? Interesting. I don't know. God, she's bright today, man. I haven't seen that before. I've never had a cracked intake. So right here, right down in here, while it's running, I could just see water running out of it. I've only had this thing running for very short periods of time because I wasn't sure about the thermostat. And I checked it one time, thermostat's not opening up, so I went to go get another thermostat. And of course, I mean, even a thermostat, they don't carry the 390 thermostat at the parts store. It's a little bigger in diameter. They didn't have it in stock, nor did they have the temperature sender, because it's a little bitty, like it's a little 1/4 inch or something, a little thermostat, and they didn't carry it either. Surprise, surprise. Well, that's one thing with these Lincolns, you just can't find, even old parts. Old cars are getting hard to find parts at the parts stores now. So so I took the thermostat out, just completely out, just so at least I'd know I'd be running water. So before now, I probably haven't been flowing water. So now I'm flowing water, and I can see where this intake is leaking. So, so I've got some thinking to do. Do I go ahead and just source another intake? I at least need to take this intake off, see what I'm looking at. Apparently, I'm guessing that the intake is cracked. It's just letting water down into the engine cylinder or down into the valley or somewhere, and that's how I'm getting water in the oil. So maybe it's not a head issue. So yeah, this is new to me. Let me know, have you come across this before where you actually had a cracked intake? That's odd to me. So I've got to sit down and do some thinking. Do I source another intake? Do I throw another intake on it and get it running? That might be fairly quick. I might go ahead and just need to do a compression test. Do I need to pull the heads off and just check the cylinder walls and see if there's any rust or, you know, that kind of thing going on? Eventually, you know, I was planning on a couple years, maybe a year or two down the road, pulling this motor out and put something else in it, something a little more power, a little more efficiency, probably fuel injected. But yeah, put in the comments what would you do? What do you think I should do? Should I pull it out, find me another motor, throw in it, try to get it running real good? Should I go ahead and just try to do something late model, maybe put a Coyote engine in it? Yeah, or hey, the diesel, maybe I'd throw me a Cummins in it. Or hey, what about put me a little 6-banger in here with twin turbos on it? I mean, they make 300, 400 horsepower. Or hey, what should I do? Should I LS it? Should I LS swap it? You know, I can get an LS 6.0 for, you know, not a lot of money. So put down in the comments what you think I should do. Hey, we'll get back together soon. We'll figure this out, and I'll let you know what's going on. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you know when I have new videos coming out. I appreciate all you guys watching. Hey, we're almost at 100 subscribers. That's amazing. That's amazing. I figured I'd be, you know, 10 or 15 subscribers. I'm happy. I'm at 100 subscribers, almost. So, hey, thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned. I'll keep you up to date. Thanks.